going? It's that Nerd Ryan here. Welcome to Movie Night, where we're covering the last official, original Dragon Ball Z movie. Technically, Battle of Gods and Resurrection F are considered Dragon Ball Z, but they are technically Dragon Ball Super. We also have one GT movie to cover, then we're out of this era, but it's GT. So this is the last official Dragon Ball Z movie, being Wrath of the Dragon, I believe. I put it away. Whoops. Yeah, it's Wrath of the Dragon, though. This is taking place right after the Buu Saga, so it could possibly be canon. I watched a explanation of this on why it can't be canon. I believe the explanation is kind of dumb, so it can still fit in your headcanon. Basically, not to call anybody out, I don't even remember who made the video, but they stated that due to the ending of Trunks getting this sword means that it's technically future Trunks' timeline doesn't make sense. It just could mean that Trunks will always get this sword, is literally all it means. But, I mean, if you look at it with the lens of this is how future Trunks got a sword, yeah, then it doesn't make sense. But, I mean, this was still kind of the most out there Dragon Ball movie, I felt like, and not like out there as in weird or bad. It's just, it felt the most original. Basically what Wrath of the Dragon is about is there's a warrior named Tapion who randomly is trapped in a box from what the characters understand, and then is released by the Eternal Dragon Shenron, and it turns out anytime he falls asleep, a giant monster appears and attacks villages. So this is like the first fully focused kaiju in Dragon Ball Z movies, from what I remember. I mean, we did have like kaiju scenes of like Lord Slug and Janemba and stuff like that, but this was like the first full where the actual main enemy is a kaiju the whole time. So in this, Trunks ends up bonding with this character of Tapion and basically looking at him like a brother, which Bulma explains that Trunks is jealous of Goten because Goten has Gohan, so he never had a brother. But now he sees Tapion as a brother and everything. We also get to see Gohan and Videl as the two Great Saiyaman, which I do love Videl's design for her Saiyaman costume. I just never really enjoyed the whole Great Saiyaman idea. I think that was supposed to be the point, is it was goofy and not supposed to be liked. But yeah. And basically they find out that anytime this monster appears, Tapion also appears towards the end. So they start thinking maybe Tapion's the monster. And then he confesses to Bulma that this monster only comes out anytime he sleeps. So Bulma creates a box for him to sleep in that'll allow his brain to reach REM sleep, but the rest of his body to remain active. And I did forget to mention, because I was originally not going to go this way, but there is a random villain who wants to destroy planets using the monster of Hedrigan, I believe it is pronounced. So he's the one that brought Tapion back, but he's also using spells to bring back Hedrigan. So what ends up happening is Tapion, Trunks, Goten, Gohan, and eventually Vegeta join the fight. There's no Piccolo in this. I was surprised. There's also no other Z fighters besides the Saiyans. I completely just realized that. But yeah, so Goten and Trunks fuse and fight as Gotenks for a bit. Hedrigan evolves or metamorphosizes, whatever you want to call it. So everybody and Tapion is fighting him. Tapion uses a ocarina to kind of absorb Hydreigon. I'm going to keep pronouncing this wrong. I might accidentally call it a Pokemon, just heads up. But yeah, and he tries to have Trunks kill him. Trunks can't do it because he looks at him like a brother. And I think Tapion even calls him at that point and says, "You can do this, brother." And it's like, that's not a good idea to say it like that. But yeah, so the monster gets back out. Goku goes Super Saiyan 3, realizes that its weakness is emotion, so he starts taunting it. And then he uses Dragon Fist, or in the version I was watching, Dragon Punch. It's Dragon Fist. I hated that. I absolutely hated that. It felt dirty. But yeah, he uses Dragon Fist and destroys Hydreigon. Hydreigon. There we go. There's the Pokemon name version. And Tapion and everybody celebrates. And as Tapion leaves for space in future Trunks' time machine, no less, he gives Trunks his sword. And that's how the movie ends. I thought this was a good conclusion to Dragon Ball Z. It did have, like, kind of odd moments that the movies have that the shows get better at explaining. We'll see that in Battle of the Gods and Resurrection F. But, yeah, so the whole movie together was great, though. I do want to give this movie a 9 out of 10. Thought it was amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Follow me on all my social media down below. It's that Nerd Ryan, signing off.